Next up here on Lakerland, we still talking our Lakers basketball. Bronny James got drafted yesterday, 55th overall in the second round by the Lakers. The whole conversation, the whole thing about nepotism has been a topic of discussion. Even though Adrian Wojnarowski blocked me on Twitter, uh, I do want to shout him out because he definitely kept it real on this topic. I was actually surprised that he took this angle, but he said he don't want to hear it. He don't want to hear any conversations or debates about nepotism when we talk about Bronny and Bronny Jr. because there has been other players in the NBA and other scenarios in the NBA that goes down all the time when we talk about quote unquote nepotism, and it's never been talked about or looked down upon.
Mm-hmm. This is crazy. This is crazy for him to even say that, and he knows. I just sent you the stuff yesterday in regards to it's already being alleged and already spoken out that that his freaking manager in Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, literally threatened all the NBA just so Bronny could get drafted by the Lakers. So that is nepotism to the fullest.
No, it's not.
Why not?
I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say no, it's not. But all I'm gonna say is what you referenced, that what Rich Paul did happens all the time. That is not abnormal that agents will contact teams and tell teams not to draft a certain player. There has been times where agents have had players don't want to be drafted by any team, so they could be undrafted and be a free agent. So it's not abnormal.
I'm not saying that it's abnormal, but it goes towards nepotism because we want LeBron and his son to do something historical. So don't do anything. Don't mess up this tandem. We're gonna send them to Australia. I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. I'm just saying that that goes along with nepotism. And for Woj to say that, like, oh, dog, I'm not trying to. That's what it is. It is what it is.
So then let me ask you a question, and let's just get down to the bottom line before I pass it to Hank. You got a problem with it?
I just said no. I don't have a problem with it, but
I want to be clear.
I do. Okay,
I know he do.
It's LeBron.
The only reason why I have a problem with it is because LeBron still is going to have a Lakers uniform for the next couple of years, and he was supposed to leave. He was supposed to be in LA, but he made sure he strong-armed his way to the point where he could still stay there and get his son there, so he won't have to relocate. So It is what it is, man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I'm happy for him, though. I'm happy for it.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm happy for him to be able to like you're a he's gonna be a proud father of his son on the bench with him. Like, this is historic. So salute to that. But I just wish they would have did that stuff on another team because I want us to win. I want the Lakers to win. This doesn't show that they're gonna win. This shows that they're gonna be in the play-in again. And that's the only thing.
History. They're making history.
History is more. This type of history it just shows is more important than winning. That's what it shows.
How? Where are you coming up with these conclusions when LeBron had the team in the playoffs last year, in the Western Conference the year before that,
and it won
the whole thing 4 years ago? He only been here for 6.
Yeah,
I'm confused. When the last time the Lakers won a championship before LeBron?
With one successful season.
Pre-LeBron, when was the last time the Lakers was in contention to win a title? Pre-LeBron.
The Lakers won 5 championships in this millennium without him, though.
True.
He only brought one in the bubble.
When was the last out of that 5? What year was the last out of that 5?
2010. 2010.
That's almost 15 years ago. 15. That's over a decade ago.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's that 10-year mark. We're not going to add them extra 5 years because LeBron brought one in the bubble in 2020.
It's just unbelievable. Hank, what do you think about this whole nepotism thing? You standing on what BA talking about? You feel like that's what it is?
I've been a fan of Bronny, man. I'm rooting for the young man. I want to see him win, and it's a lot of pressure on him being LeBron James Jr. So I think he's taking it very well. I don't have a problem with it because nepotism is everywhere, man. Think about the Lakers itself. Jeannie Buss is the owner. Who was her dad?
Yeah.
I mean, Doc Rivers, his son, like I brought it up, Jalen Brunson and Rick Brunson. I mean, he helped his son get the 100 million from New York when nobody wanted to pay him that much.
You could have just stayed in this organization. You don't have to go anywhere when we talk about nepotism if we want to bring that up. It's always flooded this organization alone. Look at the Rambuses. Kurt Rambis and his wife right now are in the front office. Now, what's funny to me is all this talk about nepotism because of this LeBron and Bronny thing. Why the hell ain't nobody say that when Shaq when they Lakers did it for Shaq?
What was that?
What the Lakers do for Shaq? Gave his
What
son
you
a
mean?
tryout. Gave his son a tryout. Is that what you're talking about?
Put his undrafted son on the G, signed his undrafted son to the G League team.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody complain about nepotism then.
That ain't the NBA.
it's not the same thing.
No.
But it
I'm
is
not trying to
nepotism.
hear that.
It is
The
nepotism.
Lakers,
It's
that
levels,
is
though.
definitely nepotism. The
But it's
Lakers
levels.
signed him to their G League team, and he
That ain't
was
the highest
undrafted.
level.
That is definitely
No, it is.
nepotism.
It
Bronny
is.
got
It's
drafted.
levels. It's levels, though. It's different. It's different. It's similar.
What's
but
the?
different.
That's worse. That's
It's
way
similar.
and blatant. Not only, and then
That's
nobody
not
wants to bring it up.
That's worse. How you gonna say
Yes.
that? No, it's not.
Shaquille O'Neal, listen to me, BA. Listen to me, BA. You wanted to know why it's worse. Explain to me how it's not. Shaquille O'Neal's oldest son goes into the draft,
Yes.
doesn't get picked.
Yes.
But out of all the teams, the Lakers decide to sign him and put him in their G League.
Yeah.
That's all that has Shaquille O'Neal's name written all over it.
I don't knock it, but it didn't.
In comparison, let me finish. In comparison to Bronny James, who was drafted. How is Bronny's situation worse? And not only that, Shaq's son played one season in the G League last season, and now he's out. One.
It's
Shaq don't have to pull a LeBron guy. I mean,
but y'all don't never bring that up.
If
But
Shaq had to pull,
it's okay to villainize LeBron and his family for it.
If Shaq had the same pull as LeBron did, right? Even though Shaq is a greater Laker than LeBron will ever be, his son, Sharif, I think that's his name. He would have played. He would have been on the Lakers during the season, and he would have got drafted by the Lakers.
And to be real with you, if you listen to Shaq talk about his kids, he don't force his weight. He may have made a call to give him an opportunity, but he wasn't forcing his weight.
Shaq knew his kid wasn't ready. But explain to me, Hank, how the hell the Lakers wind up picking him undrafted if Shaq wasn't involved? That's too much of a coincidence, bro. Too much for me to even think that Shaq wasn't involved in that.
It could also be the front office. I mean, they got love for Shaq too.
Again, I'm not saying Shaq begged the Lakers to pick his son up, but again, that decision was made based off of nepotism, based off of Shaq. But no one brings that up nor vilifies Shaq for that. But we're sitting here criticizing LeBron for it. Because
he was not drafted, and on top of it, he was not actually officially on the Lakers roster. That's a totally different thing. It's very, very similar because it's both. It goes hand in hand with nepotism, but it's different. It's different situations. LeBron, they cleared out 29 other teams and told them to get out the way, move, get out the way. They did all of that, and they got Bronny.
Agents do that. You keep making it seem like that's an isolated situation. This happens every year. Why are you trying to make it seem like Rich Paul is the only agent who does that?
It was totally isolated this year.
No, it was calculated. It wasn't isolated.
This is how cold it is. But this is how cold it is, right? They brought it out. As soon as he got drafted. It was when it was said. These other isolated incidents, we don't hear about them till years later.
Hey, I would say this: 2 black men with that much power. Hey, shout out to them.
For real.
I just think about all the years that people couldn't do that.
And once again, to Lakerland, my issue is not with them being together. Salute to that. Like I said, you're a proud father. I just want to win. I want to win and wear my purple and gold again. I can't wear my purple and gold because we ain't winning this year, man. We ain't gonna win nothing this year.
This guy sounds this. This is ridiculous. I
I'm
want to
just
win again. I want
yeah,
LeBron to go because I want to win again. How
man.
does that happen? Just before we go, we about to get up out of here. If you can just briefly explain how that happens.
LeBron is going to sit on the ball and he's going to be the actual coach. JJ Redick is going to be the face. He's
You know
going
what
to
I'm
be the
saying?
puppet.
You getting rid of LeBron. How does the Lakers win again? Explain to me.
Because
Explain to me a scenario.
the
Give me
sooner
a scenario.
the sooner that they get rid of him and how much they're going to pay him, the sooner they get to rebuild and to go forward to actually build something else that could be even greater and win more games possibly.
Let's say LeBron leaves this summer. Let's say LeBron go right now today. This would be the perfect time for your search for your scenario. That's 50 million in your books. The best players you got right now at the top of the drafts is the Paul Georges of the world, and who else? Those are your top unrestricted. Those are your top free agents, and Paul might probably opt back in. If you take the 50 million that LeBron has, what are you going to substitute with that 50 million and say that you're going to win?
I'm
giving you 50 million right now today.
Yeah,
what you gonna do? What you gonna do to win?
I might go. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know that I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. I have no idea. I would like to keep it 100, but I will go looking. I will go look at other players, and I might have to this upcoming season. I might we might fall flat this upcoming season, but after that, though, everybody gonna want to be a Laker next year. After that, everybody gonna want to be a Laker after this season. Everybody, they're gonna be like, man, I can go run the Lake Show. All these superstars are gonna be like, man, I need to get to LA. Watch when LeBron leave. Watch.
Yeah, he gonna stay there for at least 2 years to develop Bronny. Make sure Bronny's in good hands.
Hank, this is
which is a benefit too, to have somebody that's a veteran that's been at a high level to help develop you. It's a benefit.
But it's not going to be a benefit to the rest of the team, which is going to cause friction. That's the issue. It ain't the issue that he's going to be a mentor to his own son. It's the rest of the squad that's going to be like, yo, we're a team. It's just you and Bronny. And hey, you already don't like AD for real no more. You can't tolerate him. So watch, bro. And then JJ Redick is gonna be like Darvin Ham. He gonna be like, all right, here go the board, LeBron. Here, take the board. What you want to do?
Disrespectful, man.
Let me say two things before you hang up on this. The Bronny pick, I told you I'd have had a problem with it being the first round. Second round is is the money's almost not guaranteed, all that stuff. So I'm okay with that. And then on top of that, how many players come out that second round become Nikola Jokic or Draymond Green? I believe what's his name was in the second round? Was it Ginobili? Maybe
Manu.
Manu. How many players actually come out like that?
That system, though. You think Manu would have just been on any team and made a Hall of Fame career? I don't believe that.
I think he'd have been a good player anywhere he went.
Please. He might have been a good player.
I think Draymond would be better.
He would have a Hall of Fame resume if it wasn't for that San Antonio system. You can't put Manu anywhere and say he's gonna have the same resume.
I think he's to be a good player.
But
I think Draymond would be better.
A lot of good players in the NBA. It's a lot of good players in the NBA. We're talking about what separates you from good players is championships, is accolades, and stuff like that. This is a Hall of Famer we're talking about. He's not just a good player. He's labeled as a Hall of Famer. But I'm saying why? Because of the system. I don't believe you put Tony Parker somewhere. Like, look what Tony Parker did. I know it was his last days, but look what happened when he.
I think he would have been better. I think he would have been better somewhere else.
He might have been better as far as points. He wouldn't. Yeah. He might. Points doesn't mean the equal greatness. Why do we have to make it seem like the person who scored the most points was the greatest player?
How are you going to undercut his career just because he played with San Antonio? We could talk about
his career how we defined it. How we defined it in reality is based off of championships.
So you don't think that if Tim Duncan would have went to Orlando like he was going to go, that he wasn't going to have a Hall of Fame championship career?
If Tim Duncan went to the Orlando Magic instead of the San Antonio Spurs, he would not be a 5-time champion Hall of Famer. He may be a Hall of Famer.
Not with T-Mac.
He would not win no 5 titles. No,
he don't won a title with T-Mac. I know that.
I don't know that. How you know that?
Guaranteed.
What year? What year? Guarantee me what year that Tim Duncan would have won with McGrady.
When did T-Mac came down there and became T-Mac right away, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
He
right.
went to
Either
Orlando.
that year or the next year they won.
Yeah.
I'm asking for a number. Can we get some actual? Since you're so hell bent on saying this, what year would Tracy McGrady and Tim Duncan have won the championship in Orlando in the Eastern Conference? I want to know because you got
they would have won
when?
the East. They would have won the East.
When? What
They
year?
would've-
Just give me what year.
They would have won. They would have won the East in 01, 02, 03, 04, and would have had a problem with the Pistons.
Oh, they'd have beat the Lakers. They'd have beat Shaq and Kobe.
They would have given.
So they'd have took 2 or 3. They would have took 2 of the. You're telling me that Tim Duncan and Tracy McGrady would have took 2 of the 3 championships from Shaq, Kobe, and Phil Jackson. That's what you just said.
They would have took 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, they would have got 1 or 2 of them.
Think about it. He blocked Shaq and Kobe from having more championships in the West, right?
Tim,
yeah,
with the system. Again,
he is the system.
Exactly. That's my point, Hank.
I'm not
exactly, Hank.
So Tony Parker and Greg Popovich and Kawhi, Manu, they're nothing.
So let me ask you this:
they're pieces.
Even the team that beat Miami, if you take Tim Duncan off that team, do they still win?
The 2014 team. They
even
lost
the team,
in 2013.
Even the team that lost. Even the team that lost in that comeback from Miami. Take Tim Duncan on both them teams. Did they even get close to the finals?
Nope. Even in that system. Nope.
They got 3 Hall of Famers. Why wouldn't they? And a Hall of Fame.
Timmy is based off of Timmy.
So if it's based off of Tim Duncan, so I don't understand. Why did Tim not win more championships then? If this is based off of him, why did he only win 5? Because he stayed in the same place his whole career.
You said, why did you say only win 5? Like 5 is not a lot. You said only win 5.
How many years? How many years did Tim Duncan play in San Antonio?
All of them.
Yeah.
How many? I'm proving a point.
I don't know.
Because you're making it seem like 5 is so much. But I'm trying to show you if you stayed in one spot for 15 to 17 years, 5 ain't that much. If you're telling me that the system, that's not even half.
That is a lot. That's a lot.
Kobe's a system player.
No, huh?
Kobe's a system player too.
Under Phil, did Kobe ever win without Phil?
Kobe was the system.
Did Kobe ever win without Phil?
No, but he was the system.
No.
Kobe was the system. Yes, he was.
Kobe was the system.
He was just like LeBron is the system. Every team he goes to.
How did Shaq wind up winning MVPs and Finals MVPs in 3 of those years?
Shaq was the system.
You just said Kobe was the system.
Yeah. Let me add context. So Kobe was the system after Shaq left. It was all Kobe.
No, Phil Jackson is the coach of both of those. That's the nucleus between both of those groups. Phil Jackson.
All Phil Jackson did was light up incense and say, "Calm down. Don't be an alpha. You got to be a beta sometimes." That's all he did. Just like with Michael Jordan. Jordan was the system.
6 championships for Michael Jordan under Phil Jackson. How many championships did Mike win before Phil Jackson? Under Doug Collins. How many?
I wish just because I hate Phil Jackson, just because I hate Phil Jackson and being in 7 always talk about him. I wish they would have waited a year to fire Doug Collins so we could see Doug Collins win a championship before Phil, and this argument could be over.
It would not have happened.
It
would not have happened.
Like I said, thank you, Tex winners. Appreciate you. RIP to one of the GOATs.
How good is that done? How good is that done, Tex? Where he got a head coaching job at?
Hey, Phil ain't never won. Hey, Phil ain't never won a championship without him. Phil ain't never won a championship without him.
Who cares?
You ask you who won championships without who?
No one talks about Tex winners when we talk about championships. It's about the coach and the players.
Talk about
nobody talks about Tex winners. Nobody talks about no assistant coaches and trainers.
It's not helping your point.
Other than when you having conversations specifically like who's the greatest athletic assistant coaches. That's the only time we talk about assistants. Like, come on, let's be real.
Hey, that system that you're talking about, right? That system, Hank. That system that he's talking about, right? Who came up with that system, Hank?
The triangle offense?
It was Tex.
The triangle offense?
Yeah.
But again, BA, who came up with French fries? Who came up with chicken nuggets? It doesn't matter. McDonald's,
because
it's just ridiculous.
Some chicken nuggets taste better than others, though, Seven. So what are we talking about? All chicken nuggets don't taste the same.
Hey, Did your coach only win that one championship with what you call it on his staff?
Ooh.
Doc Rivers. His what is his assistant coach?
With Thibodeau
Thibodeau, yeah.
in 08?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I got to renege on what I just said too about the Tim Duncan would have won multiple championships. I forgot Doc Rivers was the head coach, so never mind.
He don't want a Spider Doc. He don't want a Spider Doc.
Tim Duncan would have won the Spider Doc, but I'm done.
I forgot.
Just like Kevin
Giannis and Giannis and Dame can't, but Tim Duncan could. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he because he better than both of them. He is better than both of them.
All right, Lakerland.
Wait. Before we go,
One more?
I want to say this about the nepotism thing. And all the people that's going off on Bronny about nepotism, go to y'all jobs and go see how much nepotism is in y'all jobs.
Every day. Yep.
Every day.
Facts.
So let me just ask this one question before we get up out of here, because see, this where the disrespect kick in. I just want y'all to say it. Y'all don't believe that Bronny James is good enough to play in the NBA. Let's just be honest.
I don't think he's good enough to play.
I knew it.
I don't.
I knew it.
He's good enough to sit on the bench though, next to his dad.
And
he is.
You know, I'm rooting for him. Hank.
Hank. I don't know, Hank. Don't root for him. I want to know what I need you to stand on business, Hank. Is he good enough to be in the NBA right now?
No political talk.
I always said he needed another year. I always said he needed another year.
Hank be a Mr. Political right now. Speak the truth, Hank. Stop lying to the world. Tell the truth.
Fellas,
I'm buying my Bronny jersey too.
For the latest and greatest on your Los Angeles Lakers, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we appreciate the support. Follow us on social media at Lakerland Show, and join our Playback TV room for our free VIP access to our Lakers watch parties and, of course, the Lakerland podcast. That's playback.tv/Lakerland.